Bad enough.
Yes. So comrades, as we wind down, you see in the People's National Party, enough people I'm glad for big up. But you see, the next speaker will come to the microphone, him believe in a young people in the PNP. And him say on the Gar Road and make people hear and see the PNP future bright. I am talking about the poor people defender. Me I talk about PNP champion, Miss Lucky One Boy. I am talking about the next Minister of Agriculture, the greatest General Secretary of our time. Make welcome Kingston and St. Andrew. Our General, one General, Dr. Dayton Mark.
We are blood and fire, comrades. Comrade chairpersons of the meeting, and to our incoming Prime Minister, in a weeks and 3 days, Mark Jefferson Golden, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Let me say greetings to all the comrades on the platform and to the comrades in the audience over here, round here. PNP is back. The People's National Party is alive and well.
Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up.
Boy, I told them it was a parish meeting, you know. And when I came here, I said to myself, but Jesus, this look like when me order the chicken lunch with the oxtail gravy and me see piece of oxtail in the box. Look how the PNP give me brata in a crossroads tonight. No. I have my little daughter here with me and I want to call her to come forward. Where's Madison? This is my second child, my princess, my heartbeat. This is Madison. And I want to tell you, over the last 4 years, I've sacrificed everything. Get some gray hairs and all of them things. But I do it because I'm fighting for a better future for my children and for yours. I don't criticize people based on the circumstances of birth. I too was not born with a gold spoon in my mouth. But I'm doing everything I can to make sure that my children have a better future than I did, because that is the role of every parent, is to give your children a better opportunity in life.
Jaja gonna meet you. Love and shine. Big up yourself cause you are a real father. Never left your son and none.
No. When we go to work, them say we have lunchtime between 12 and 1 o'clock. The other day I hear a man go up on stage and say, pot a boil now, him belly full now. Then I hear them say, what time is it? And them say it's 1 p.m. I want to tell them that 1 p.m. means a lunchtime done. Your time for nyam done. It is now time to go back to work for the people of Jamaica with Mark Golden. All of a sudden, They make it sound like being a security guard is a bad thing. I want to say respect you to every Jamaican who work hard to feed your family, whether you're a domestic helper, weed worker operator, taxi man, security guard, whatever you do to earn your honest bread, respect you. Them say the boss suit is like Quest security. We tell them it is security for surety. No more stealing of your land. No more stealing of your new tribunal. No more stealing of the benefits of this country. We are secure the future for this country. How you put out book and say you have achievements. Then when the PNP put out manifesto, you say you are do them already. If you are doing those things already, how comes them not in your book of achievement? Tell me which page we go find the $500,000 towards the deposit for young people. Tell me which page I must turn to find the fixed election date and the term limit for Prime Minister and the impeachment legislation. Tell me which page we turn to. Them say a bad mind a go on. Bad mind is the Jamaican way of saying people are envious of something that others have. We could never be bad mind by wanting to ensure that students in their family that qualify for university can go and get a full scholarship. And those, if you are not the first in your family and you have to take students loan, that you know mash up your credit score. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Holness, was published in the newspaper as a delinquent borrower from the student loan. How can him fight against changes to prevent other people picture from being published in the paper as a delinquent borrower? I'm not going to take no more time tonight, because we're going to have some mass meeting, you know. Because there was a time that they made it appear that people never did believe in the PNP again. One time people did nearly hide for where them arrange. It did look like, say, everything in our country gone green one night time if you did follow them. But I want to take them into the scriptures tonight. And I want to talk to them about some comrades that I'm seeing standing here in front of me tonight. In 2020, we had PNP that did not come out. And based on that, them get away with a local win and them make it get to them head. I want to tell them tonight about Brother Job, because the Bible says that Job was a rich man and that he had all these possessions, and that the devil was roaming the earth to and fro, seeking who he may devour. And God said, have you considered my servant Job? As some of you want to live my life that God Almighty recommend me, have you considered my servant Job? The devil said, actually, you protect him. Remove the protection and see your fasting cost you. It's all right. I will remove it. You can take everything, but don't touch the life. And Job started losing everything. Cattle gone. Sickness take over. His wife, his pillow companion, turned to him and said, why don't you curse God and die? There were people who said, look how long you are run back a PNP, and you don't get this, and you don't get that. Why make you not curse the PNP and move on with your life? But we are not if believers here tonight. We are even though believers in Crossroads tonight. Even though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Even though I may not have gotten what I want, I believe in the People's National Party. Brother Job never stopped there, so. Him never stopped there, so. That is an acknowledgement of where he is. But Brother Job also looked to the future. He said, on my appointed time, I am going to wait until my change come. Time come now for change. Time come now for a better life in Jamaica. A few years ago, when they were locking up young people for a draw herb, we were in government. They lock up a youngster named Mario Dean, and he got beaten inside of jail, and he died. Mark Golding stood up and moved legislation to decriminalize the personal possession of marijuana and to take away the criminal record from those young people. That is the metal of the man. Them want you, as Comrade Bunting said, to ignore that and focus on the color of skin. Then if black people are oppress you and them with light and liberate you, free up the liberator, because we want liberation out of this captivity. When our students were in Ukraine and they were dropping bombs and the students' lives were at risk, they reach out to Andrew Holness government, and the government tell the students to take a loan to come back at them yard. Mark Golding went into his personal account and take out his personal money and send it to the students to bring them back home safely to Jamaica. When the Prime Minister went to Parliament and said criminals that sell land over Portmore and him a go over there, go bulldoze the house them. The Prime Minister went over there and caused people to use bulldoze and lit down poor people's house. Mark Golding will ensure that your time to possess land move from 60 years to 25 years. No more squatter in the land of your birth. Few years, over 30 years ago, Mark Golding found himself a Nubian goddess. He found himself a good woman. He made that woman into his wife. He caused them to develop a family, and he has been faithful to his family from that day forth until now. I want for you, comrades, as far as you are, the acres of comrades, as far as you are, I want for you to make welcome to the microphone the incoming Prime Minister of Jamaica, the integrity boss, the legislative champion, the social justice champion, Mark Jefferson Golding.
Comrade chairpersons of the meeting, all of the distinguished comrades on the platform, special shout out to Mrs. Golding. Yeah, man. Boy, this must be the biggest crowd in history ever come to a parish meeting. Crossroads, jam up and block up. Crowd gone way down, so way below Carib. Way up, so. Way round, so. PNP River really come down bank to bank. I want to thank everybody who has come here tonight to show their support for their party and to show their love for their country, because time come for a better life and we have to make it happen, and it starts with you, and I know you're going to make it happen. I'm a member of Parliament for the great constituency of South St. Andrew. Our constituency starts right there and go round. I want to pick up all of the comrades of South St. Andrew here tonight. All Arnett Garden massive, all Trenchtown massive, all Jonestown massive, Side Tarrington Park, all round, Rima, everywhere. And I want to big up my two counts of them, Sarah and Louise, two mighty comrades. Comrades and friends, I want to big up all of the people who are watching us tonight on the internet or in whichever way this mighty conference is being distributed. Comrades, to all undecided voters, you have an important choice to make. I hear the Prime Minister talk about he would love to make Jamaica into Singapore. When I heard that, I had to laugh inside my stomach and say, hey, imagine him talking about Singapore. Singapore's success was built on honesty and integrity in government and a very robust policy that fought against corruption. Jamaica cannot be or become Singapore when we wallow in the sinking sands of corruption under this government which he leads. That is why we are committed to the necessary reforms to improve accountability and transparency in this country. We are going to introduce the impeachment procedure, because it sick my stomach when I saw the video of a member of Parliament with a big stool in a car park beating up a woman bad, and nothing never come out of it. And that same person is running again for the Jamaica Labour Party in the biggest disrespect to women in the history of the country. That is why we're going to modify the glad clause in the Integrity Commission Act, because we have a situation right now where them say, I think it's 10 MPs are under investigation for illicit enrichment, and we only know of one of them, who is the Prime Minister, because that report came to Parliament a year ago. So right now, chances are that at least another 9 of them are running in this current election, and the voters don't know that who they're being asked to vote for is under investigation for illicit enrichment. And I have to ask Damien, what can go so? Yes, that is why we're going to look at term limits for prime ministers, and we're going to look at fixed election dates, because if the people of Jamaica say they want those reforms, we will give those reforms to them. And comrades, The next government of the People's National Party is going to look to transform the lives of our people. Our manifesto has been published. They call a meeting even though they don't publish any manifesto to try and disrespect our manifesto. All talking about is artificial intelligence write that manifesto. Well, I can tell you how that manifesto was written. We had a series of cabinet, and all of our spokespersons had to present what they would like to see as the policies of the party in government. And we looked at all of what they brought forth, and those that made sense and were achievable, we have included them in our manifesto. The speeches that I have made and that Julian Robinson have made in the budget debates, those ideas have been distilled and put in our manifesto. And I personally edited the manifesto a week ago to make sure everything in it was something I felt comfortable with. So there's no artificial intelligence in that manifesto. It's real intelligence in the manifesto. And it's a pathway to give a better life to Jamaica.